telling the UK it must pay for investigations of killings by soldiers and police during the Troubles. The Council of Europe's Commissioner for Human Rights said budget cuts cannot be used as an excuse for not upholding the rule of law. The Justice Minister David Ford was asked on The View last night whether he believed the UK government should directly fund a single effective mechanism for investigating Troubles killings.
Well, that's certainly a point that I've made as an Alliance Party leader in the talks, both during the Haas process and more recently, and I've made it on the basis of the Department of Justice's funding, which is barely adequate to deal with the concerns of today and is not put together to deal with the concerns of the past as well. The reality is the British government was a player in the past. The British government has responsibilities under the European Convention. It will have to become involved if we can get new institutions set up.
Well, let's speak now to Sammy McDevitt, whose brother Eamon was shot dead by the army in Strabane in 1971. Good morning to you, Sammy.
Good morning to you.
What happened to Eamon?
Well, he was killed on the 18th of August 1971, and that's all we were told at the time, that he was shot. But nobody, the RUC didn't investigate the case, and the family's been fighting ever since. We knew he was innocent from day one, but the lies that they told at the time was that he was armed and things like that. I think it was a pure excuse to get shooting.
A long time has passed since your brother was killed, Eamon. Do you believe the creation of an historical investigations unit that would combine the old HET and historic cases section, if you like, of the Ombudsman's office might be a way forward?
No, I think myself we need to be a completely independent inquiry. It needs to be somebody from Europe, because the British and the Northern Ireland government and Ireland, they can't investigate themselves.
Well, the Historical Investigations Unit, as it's proposed, would be an independent body.
But would it be independent? Who would be leading it? We don't want nobody from Northern Ireland to lead it, or we don't want nobody from the Republic to lead it. I think it'd be completely independent, somebody from Europe to take it over.
And if there was a European head, someone that wasn't from this island, would it secure your confidence?
Well, it would help us to know that it'd really be independent, because the HET, I don't think, was really independent. They were told what to do.
Did your brother's case go through the HET?
It did at the end up, yes, it did at the end up, but we were waiting on the last draft when the thing folded up.
And what was the reason? Were you waiting when funding was restricted and the case could not continue?
Just before they abandoned the HET, and we were waiting on the last draft at that particular time, but we didn't receive it.
You must be very frustrated.
Very, very frustrated indeed, yes.
Do you believe more funding then should be channeled into existing institutions prior to the setting up of what might come out of the current talks?
Well, I think there should be funding from England, surely, because the way I look at it, direct rule was in progress at that particular time, so therefore you can't expect a government that's sitting on dormant now to fund it, because it falls back on the British government. They brought their troops in. They were responsible for anything that happened after that.
The Secretary of State, in a statement to this programme today, indicated that the government has what she describes as a strong track record in upholding human rights and takes its obligations extremely seriously. She says we're working assiduously on a range of processes underway which relate to Northern Ireland's past, including extensive disclosure exercises. What do you think?
Well, I think she's not passing much subtle liberties on to us. It's a delaying tactic all the time. I don't think they're investigating at all, or want to investigate.
So
I think there's too many top people involved in this.
So clearly you welcome the Commissioner's intervention, but are you sorry that it has come to this?
Certainly do. I certainly do. I think it's the best thing ever happened.
Sammy McDevitt.
We're getting a bit of help from somewhere.
Thank you for joining us here in the programme this morning, Sammy. Sammy McDevitt there.
Thank you, bye.
Bye-bye.
17 minutes.